Okay, so now with this fabric, I would like to sew it on top this way and match them up. But what you can see here is that I've got a problem with all these webbing underneath, which my machine is going to get caught for each one of them. And matching the fabric up as well, it's really hit and miss with this one if I do it this way. So as you can see here, I've started and I've got some of the patterns matched up, but this is going to take a heck of a long time. I've got how many joinings to do. So this one, when I do it this way and open it up, you have less of a bulk. But this is going to take long watching I'm going to watch every single one of these boxes anyway. But at this present moment, nah, that's too long. So there is another technique which I've shown you before to do it. And what it is you keep one of the fabric straight, flat, and the other one you fold it so that you can actually see what you're doing much better. So there's the pattern there, which I'm going to eliminate the pattern on this side. So all those boxes are going to be folded, hence giving me no box on this side. And I'm going to match these up as best I can. And then I'm going to put it to the actual box so you can see like a ladder here. So here we've got the pattern there, and then you will be able to see the pattern continue this side. So let's start that again. So what we're going to do here is this fabric on the machine, and it's going to stay flat on the machine. This one that's on top, I'm going to fold it all the way down so that you can see just the boxes. There are the boxes there. So if you're going to see the boxes here, you're not going to see the box there, and you're going to replace it on top stitch. So you've got the pattern here. Can you see the pattern? So by the time you've stitched it, and it's going to be close, let me show you that, then you will see this pattern on the other side, and that would be much more quicker way. So when I finish, I'm stitching the seam already open. So that's a technique. This saves you on ironing. See, I have maintained patterns going across. Could have been a bit more perfect, but that's not too bad. I've got them meeting there and there, there and there, there. Look at that one, that was a perfect one. Look at that, that's a perfect one, look at that. Admittedly, you do miss some, but once you're looking at it from a distance, they're fine. The pattern continues on. Let's add another one to this. Now that I've stitched up all the seams on this side of the curtain, this section here is where I'm going to put the weights in before I hem it. But because I try to eliminate quite a lot of stuff by doing it by hand, I do it at this point. So my method is that I just put the curtain weights just there, so that when the filler machine goes over it, it doesn't go over the bump. So it's there. So I eliminate quite a lot of stuff by finding the best way to do it and still maintaining the quality. Because more important is my hand. I've already had the operation for carpal tunnel syndromes, which is repetitive strain of constant hand sewing. So over the years you find another way. So there it is, that's sewn. This goes there, and my filler machine goes over the bump, and the weight is there, so that's already in. So I don't need to now sew it by hand. Do you know what as well? Some people, or sometime, because it's depending on the size of the fabric, will cut that off. But I wouldn't cut it off, because in the past, if I have made a huge mistake and I need to let the curtain down, I won't be able to use that section. So it's best to leave it alone and find another way to get over the bump. That's this section, one side of the curtain done. So I'm going to do the other side of the curtain, which you don't need to see me doing that. And then when I've done that, I'm going to, you can hand hem it if you wish, but I will be using my filler machine to do it in a matter of seconds. Right. So let's see it. That's fine, that's brilliant. Can you see the pattern maintaining? I can, even if some of you don't. Especially the ones who keep disliking my whatever I put up for no apparent reason. Oh my lord. How to stitch a straight line. Stitch it like this, and somebody says, I don't like it. Don't watch it. done here, stage 2, part 2, whatever. Hello, what I've done here, stage 2, is that I put the lining on top of the main fabric, but I'm going to move it because I'm going to stitch one side by hand. Now, because this is a small window, I'm not going to be too fussy because I'm not going to be locking the lining to the main fabric. So therefore the small window can be bagged out as normal. But what I will do is I will stitch one side of the curtain first. So take this back and stitch one side onto it, then bring it back on its, no, before I bring it back on itself, then I would fellow it stitch down one side to make that side sharper, take it back over on itself, and then stitch the other side by machine. Make sure I cut off the excess fabric there and let it fit nice and tight, and then I will back it out. That's for this one. But the bigger curtain now, I will do it different because it has to be locked in with each one of the seam, and that's what makes it bespoke curtain, so that when the wind blows, the lining does not move away from the fabric, as well as when it is pleated and it's gathered, the lining will stay with the pleats. When moving, they will move together. So, as you can see, it's nicely hemmed as you watch me do. So let me stitch this up now. As you can see, I'm putting both fabrics together. The line is on the machine, and the fabric here is on top. So I am hiding this lining, the fabric, behind the lining, and I'm following this pattern here to make sure it's nice and straight by the time I flip it over. Had I had cut the exact size of my lining, I would have been at this point able to stitch the other side as well. So this will flip over to that, go inside, and there it is. That's how it ends up. So I'll show you that again. I'm going to have to get these machine serviced because since being in storage for all this time, it needs dealing with. I'm folding this section back just so that I know where I'm going to cut. That's the only reason for it. I'm going to cut this bit off and then I'm going to fold it in. At this point here, I might as well just cut this off as well. I'll leave it. Just do that for the minute. This section here, what I do is I put this, well, let me just give you a little tip. The tip is, sometimes this edge line pulls up over a period of time, over the years. So if you just take the scissors and just snip where the manufacturer has made this section here, that helps it to stop pulling up or easing up or shrinking. Just do that. I have to miter the corner, but I'll do that at another stage. So you take the lining now and you butt it up next to the main fabric, and then you let it find itself, and that will give you your 1 inch seam allowance. So if you look down the line, right down here is all 1 inch without measuring it. Okay? Now I'm going to quickly hem it. Ouch. And I like to clamp this to my table and lift it. Oh. So what I have done here now is I've hand stitched all the way down, and as you can see, my pattern remains, and that's a 1 inch. And when I arrived at the other end, I mitered the corner and stitched across here, going down just up to here, so that when the wind blows, the lining does not come back on itself. And the same will be done at the other end of the curtain. So at the moment now, I have folded my curtain up to the length that I want, which is 124 centimeters. And there is my buckram I'm about to put in. This buckram is 5-inch buckram. I also have 6 inches, but this is a small curtain, so 5 inch will do. And but basically as well, the valance is covering it. So really and truly, it's not really about the pattern at the top. What it's all about is the pleats at the bottom is what it gives the effects of the curtain down below. So this is this at this stage, and this is meant to be an iron-on, but I find that it doesn't really iron on properly or stay. So there's several ways you can do it. I like to tuck it in and stitch it down, and I stitch it down because the fabric is so busy with its own pattern, it's not going to notice the stitch here. Or you can leave this, you can overlock this and just leave it dangling, and when you do the pinch pleat, it will hold it. but I like it to be held in place before. So this is what I've got to do now, and do this one and then do the marking out. Yes, so that's that ready.